Oh snap, Blaze is going live.
Hey, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am the real Brian Clays Gibbs. Hey, I was once the problem. Now what I seek to do is right my wrong and become part of the solution, man. You know what? I went through hell. Between the age of 14 and 24, I've been out there. I robbed, I stole, I sold drugs, I killed. I did everything in my life from A to Z that I'm not proud of. But once again, like I said right now, I had issue. I had mental illness. I had to get myself together. And you know what? Now I got myself together, and now I know. Hey, look, right now, guess what? I'm going to talk about Rayful Edmond. Anybody that's out there, right now, y'all got to understand who Rayful Edmond was. I was incarcerated in a world of trouble. I was already in the feds. When I used to see this brother, they used to take him and his whole team to court in helicopter. And I'm like, man, they in a world of trouble. This brother blew trial. So right now, Rayful Edmond, a notorious figure once known as the king of crack in Washington, D.C., has been released from prison. A video circulating on social media showed Edmonds declaring back better than ever, making a new chapter. The man who once led one of the largest drug operations in U.S. history. During the 1980s, Edmond was a key player in a crack cocaine epidemic that swept through the nation capital, transforming it into what was infamously dubbed the murder capital of the United States. His operation in partnership with the Medellin cartel through the Trujillo Blanco brother was said to have moved between 1,000 and 2,000 kilos of cocaine weekly in 1992. The numerous influx of drugs significantly fueled the city crime rate, leaving a lasting impact on the community. Rayful Edmond release has sparked mixed reaction. As the former drug lord stepped back into the public eye, many are left wondering what the implication of his statement and what better than ever might mean for the city he once dominated. Hey, folks, listen right now, guess what, man? Shout out to Rayful Edmond. You know what? After 36 years, freedom. And you know what, like I said right now, change, redemption. And then you know what? I got to give the brother a shout out. I didn't know he was a Sagittarius. Born what? When his birthday? His birthday is what? November 26, 1964. And what I'm trying to say right now, folks, listen, man, everybody changed. Everybody changed. So once again, that man went through hell. So you mean to tell me right now, guess what? He's not that same person he was. What, he was like 24, 25 when he went to prison? Now he's free. So once again, he's totally different or whatever. Everybody going to say snitch, rat or whatever. You know what? Listen, man, everybody got to make choices. You got to make the right choice for yourself. So that's what he had to do. He had to make the right choices for himself and his family. And you know what? He's free. Let he or she without sin cast the first stone, man. So once again, like I said right now, I'm praying for this brother to be successful in whatever he decides to do legally. Welcome home, man. Check out the
legendary drug kingpin who is blamed for much of the 1980s crack wars that hollowed out many D.C. neighborhoods. He wants out of prison. He says he aims to come back to D.C. as a pastor. We're talking about Rayful Edmond. He just appeared in front of a federal judge in a bid to have his life sentence without parole reduced to the 30 years that he's already served. Now, the court is giving his request some serious consideration, we're told. Here's Scott Broom from the U.S. District Courthouse.
Revealed for the first time here in court this afternoon, the real life story of how Rayful Edmond transformed in federal prison from one of this nation's most notorious gangsters to its most prolific informant.
I've not seen anything like it in my life.
D.C.'s Attorney General Carl Racine captivated by the evidence today. Edmond's lawyer is Jason Downs.
He's been cooperating for 24 years. It led to hundreds of indictments against more than 300 defendants. So in Mr. Edmond's case, he surpassed substantial cooperation.
It was revealed today that Edmond's cellmate at the Lewisburg Federal Penitentiary was none other than one of Pablo Escobar's future brother-in-laws. Edmond continued to direct Colombian cocaine into D.C. even after going to prison in 1990. But once he was caught, Edmond testified today he had an epiphany, quote, "I wanted to put my life as a drug dealer behind me. I wanted to get out of that way of life." Investigators said they were stunned by the information he dumped on them. Quote, "He provided a target list for us and the FBI that lasted 10 years, testified prosecutor John Dominguez, who said Edmond's performance as an informant was an 11. on a scale of 1 to 10. But D.C. residents remain divided on reducing the life sentence of the man who unleashed crack on D.C., making the city the murder capital of the U.S.
We remember the crack cocaine wars. We remember the shootings, the murders. We remember the fear.
We were all victims.
We were all, in short, victims and impacted.
The Attorney General's office testified that they found 50% of more than 500 residents who sent comments in about the case are against the sentence reduction. The other 50 are for it. Judge Sullivan here at the U.S. District Court in Washington says he'll decide within about 2 weeks. Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
This is just incredible stuff. And keep in mind, Rayful Edmond took the stand today. We got a chance to see what he looks like and what he sounds like after more than 30 years in prison. Tonight at 7 o'clock on the Q&A, I'm talking live in studio with an attorney who was in the courtroom for Edmond's testimony. He explains why he thinks Judge Emmett Sullivan might grant the former drug kingpin early release from his life without parole sentence.
As you can see right now, man, welcome home. And as you can see right now, what people is not talking about is the fact that even when he was convicted, he was given life, man. He was given life, and then they put him in a cell with somebody from the cartel. I guess the son of somebody, the leader of the cartel. And this dude was pushing more keys than inside than he was outside. But then again, he got caught. And right now got another 30 years on top of the life sentence that he had. Then he started cooperating. And the bottom line is, guess what? He helped his mother get out of jail. He helped separate other people. And you know what? Like I told you right now, that man spent 35 years in jail, folks. So once again, y'all going to be like, well, he didn't spend enough time, or he's a rat, he's this and that or whatever. But guess what? He's a free rat. He's a happy rat. You know what? He's a successful rat. He's a beat the art rat. So get away from that shit. You know, the difference is right now, only regret that man got that he got caught up into that street shit in the first place. Hey, hit the like button, subscribe, share. I am the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. And change, redemption. And like I tell you right now, bro, listen, man, I've been out since 1997. I made a deal. And I just celebrate 27 years. So right now is I want you to celebrate 27 years of freedom and more. Peace, love, and prosperity.